how to help you get better footage consistently using this one tip. Even if you like to shoot in auto, changing this one setting will dramatically help you. Let's do this. So hello, welcome once again to the channel on this very horrible week here in the UK. The weather's changed dramatically and I'm finding it difficult to get out and fly. Anyway, on with today's video. What's it all about? Well, it's all about one tip I can share with you that can help you get better footage every time. And this one tip could potentially save you a lot of time in post correcting your videos. What is it, you might ask? Manual white balance. Now, most of the time shooting in auto can be fine. However, in certain scenarios, the drone is constantly trying to correct itself with the white balance to what it thinks it should be right due to lighting and colours. This is why by using this method, your footage will be constant and a lot easier to process in post. You haven't got to worry about grading several different clips that have different white balances and just concentrate on the one. That is, if you're into colour grading, of course. Let's have a look straight into the video and let me explain exactly what I'm talking about. So first of all, I'm going to show you a couple of examples of how the white balance can be affected by using it in auto. This is the first shot. You can see there's a pub in the distance there, and I'm just doing a spotlight around it. Now just watch as the drone goes up and you can see that the white balance will change. The colour of the pub is changing and the background is changing as well. Same with this one here. We're cruising down the river following this boat, and as I go forward you'll notice on the left hand side just here how the white balance is changing and the colour of the river. That's because it's set at auto. In this next clip you can see it was a perfect summer's day. I'm flying over some woods where I've done some work before, and just panning around. The sun's behind me now, coming in from the left, and I decided to do a top down, and as you can see just there what the result was. The white balance completely changed. All those lovely yellows and greens have completely disappeared. In this next example you can see just here, this is a shot over the river with the white balance set to manual, and when it starts to move, as you can see as we go up the river, when we gimbal up you'll notice that all the colours and the white balance stays exactly the same. So let's have a look and show you exactly how easy it is to alter this manual white balance. Okay, so we're up at 33 meters and we're just having a quick look around. We're in auto at the moment and the EV is set to -7. I like to underexpose them. We can alter it in post if we have to. So the point of the video, as I said earlier, is to look at the white balance. So if we go into Pro mode and click on the white balance just down here, we can then set it to auto. That's what the drone thinks it should be at. You can see it's set at 52K. And we can alter that by clicking out of auto, and then we can alter it manually by clicking the slider and moving it along. And we can warm it up if we go to the right. And you can increment it by using the plus and the minus signs, as we're doing just here. And we can make it colder if we go to the left hand side, make it more blue. But I'm going to go somewhere around there. And now, because it's not in auto, wherever we move around, that white balance will stay the same, as I showed you in those earlier videos. So that's now in manual, and as you can see that the colour temperature stays exactly the same no matter what we do. The EV will change, but as you can see that white balance stays exactly the same. If we go into the white balance again, and we'll make it this time a little bit cooler, I'm moving it down. And you can see that now stays exactly the same no matter where we move. I'm just going to alter that EV Let's alter the exposure slightly. That UV is telling me now, and now we're on auto ISO or ISO. That's now going to stay exactly at the same white balance, and that will give you a perfectly good smooth footage. No matter where we move the gimbal, that white balance will stay the same. One thing you can do is you can go back into auto, and then what you can do is you can alter your EV settings, and you can actually lock it by tapping on the screen and then holding on that box, and the auto exposure is now locked. So it doesn't matter where we move around now, that exposure will stay exactly the same where it is set at -3. Whether we gimbal up or down, that exposure is going to stay exactly the same. There is another way of altering the white balance, and that is clicking on the 3 dots in the corner and then going into camera, scrolling down until you see white balance, and as you can see there, it's set to auto. If we click on manual, you then get the slider pop up at the bottom, and then whilst you move the slider, the menu will disappear out of the way, and then you can alter your white balance to suit whatever look you're looking for. And once it's set, you let go, you can see it puts it to whatever you've set it at. So there you go. In summary, altering the white balance to manual using that very easy method, as I showed you back in the video, can save you a lot of time in post in trying to correct your videos and making them less busy as that drone is moving around, and the white balance altering, it's going to make your videos very busy. Not forgetting that you can use the EV lock, the exposure value lock, and that will lock in the exposure so that when you move around also that's not going to change as well. So I hope you've got something out of the video and you take away one thing from it. If you have, don't forget, give us the old thumbs up, and if you're new around here, why don't you consider subscribing, dinging the dong, and all the rest of it that goes with it, and we will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.